Episode 6, The Pyramid. Even now the matter was going on among all of them regarding these things. But then Daniel explains to all of them that he has less time. The engine is lying dead. It will not start again if we do not start the engine as soon as possible. The captain agrees with him. The survivors head to different tasks. Mora and Ike look for the boy. Ramiro and Anchor stay on the bridge with Sebastian. Angel, Jerome, Lucien, Oleg, Lingy, and Franz head to the engine room to restart the engine. And Virginia, Clements, Tove, and Ivan search for survivors. The group going near the meantime engine sees a black metallic substance begin to appear and grow in the ship. Mora brings the captain to the place where she last saw the boy. Mora tells about a building that her father had built. Henry loved his wife very much. She was the only one for him in the world. But when her brother and she were born, her mother became ill. Slowly she started forgetting her name, and his as well. And Henry considered his children to be guilty of all this. He got this hospital built for the treatment of Mora's mom. He wanted to know what if the mind becomes weak and forgets someone, then how to recover it. Since then he started the project of doing research on the mind. Virginia touches the substance, and it spreads through her hand. Tove experiences hallucinations of Crester and Ada, and has flashbacks of her rape by a feudal lord due to Crester's relationship with the lord's son. For this reason, his owner shoots at Crester. Now we know how those marks came on Crester's face. He ties up Crester and his parents and forces himself on Tove. Tove, to save herself, first throws a stone at his head and then kills him by picking up his rifle. The child in Tove's womb belongs to the Lord. She snaps back to reality and Clements relaxes her. Here all of them started the engine. Lucien apologizes to Jerome for his mistake. Mora stands near a wall and says that there was a door there. That's why Daniel also comes and that black metallic substance begins to spreading on that building too. Daniel warns we don't have much time, this thing is spreading fast. Captain says you know what is happening here. Captain was feeling that Daniel is doing everything so he takes him to the gunpoint. But Daniel makes it disappear with his remote. Daniel tells Mora that you have no memory of me. You try to remember we have married 12 years ago. Mora also does not believe Daniel's words. Picking up the captain's gun, she points the gun at him. Daniel tells her that nothing in their world is real. Mora locks him in a room and takes the device. When she comes out, she remembers Elliot's words that he is listening. That's why she shouts there and says, "Dad, I know you are watching me." Now she throws the gun and screams loudly. As soon as the gun is thrown, there is a crack in the mirror. When she goes near and opens it, she finds the bottom of it. Here Sebastian disappears from there sitting in the cabinet and reaches directly to Henry. Henry asks him how long will it take. Sebastian tells that the transfer will take 48 hours. Henry tells to find that child, we need that pyramid. Everyone is completely ignorant of reality. Whatever they see is only in their mind. Ike wakes to find himself on the Prometheus, surrounded by a sea of similarly abandoned ships. Episode 7, The Storm. The episode starts with Daniel dreaming that he is currently with Mora. They both are talking about never forgetting each other. Then Mora gets up and goes outside, then an alarm starts ringing there. When Daniel goes out, only Mora's clothes are there. Daniel wakes up now and he is still locked in that room. Daniel tells Mora to get me out because the shutdown is about to begin. If a shutdown occurs, the program will start back up. But Mora ignores Daniel and returns to the ship. When Mora comes on the ship, the Kerberos sails into a storm. The survivors on the bridge head to the engine room for help. None of them know how to run the ship, so they decide that they will find the captain. Then they set out in different directions to find the captain. Virginia stays there because she touched a black stone, due to which her health was deteriorating. Coming to the engine room, Mora takes care of Virginia and tells her not to be afraid. You just think that whatever is happening is all your imagination. Only then does Mora remember that maybe the captain has gone into his memories? That's why she goes to the captain's room and reaches his house through the same secret door. But there she does not find the captain, so she goes back to the ship. In the closed room, Daniel knew that this place is not real, so he starts looking for a way to get out of there. Now he also finds a way. In the same way, he reaches different places while searching for a way. Mora climbs through the shaft in Daniel's room and finds herself in an abandoned house. She sees flashbacks of her with Daniel and finds photographs of the two of them with Elliot. Daniel finds Elliot and pledges to restore Mora's memory so she can end this loop once and for all. Elliot gives him a wedding ring. Daniel finds Mora and tells her Elliot is their only son. He also tells her that they are in a simulation and that she needs to find the override. Meanwhile, Sebastian draws out a gadget through which he finds out where Elliot is hiding. He sends Henry the code with the help of a telegram that Elliot has found him. Daniel says that you will have to find those coordinates because only you remembered them. We don't have that much time, we have to find that key before the shutdown, otherwise, everything will restart. And you will be stuck like this every time. All this is not happening for the first time, it has happened dozens of times. We'll have to find the key to wake you up. Mora has a locket around her neck. When she opens it, there is a key inside. She tells Daniel that she found it in the envelope. Lingy sees her mother outside, so she goes after her. Oleg goes to take her back. He saves Lingy but cannot save himself. Lucien collapses from a seizure. Clemence and Jerome leave to find medicine. But Lucien dies before it can be administered. Due to the storm, when luggage starts falling in the cabin below, a huge log falls on Angel and he is also killed. Franz and Tove went to close the cabinet doors as it was not possible for them to stop the water. The cabinet was more than half full, the lock was broken from the inside of the gate they had to close. That's why Franz sacrifices himself to save Tove. Tove's parents are also killed by drowning in water. Sebastian brings Elliot to Henry, and Henry demands the key from Mora over an intercom. Henry says that all people are lost in their feelings and that their memories make them weak. Now the counting of shutdowns starts here. After this, a huge storm comes in the middle of the sea and that ship also sinks in the same storm. This ship had also reached Prometheus' ship. We see that the captain is still the same in the Prometheus ship. Captains come to Kerberos' ship from that ship. Episode 8: The Key. Henry tells Elliot that his mother has fooled everyone. If you have the guts, I can show you the truth. Henry takes him to room 1011 in the same hospital and says, look at this place properly. Your mom was not there at this place, but you were there. Henry injects Elliot with a white substance, unlocking a memory in which Mora injects Elliot with a black substance despite Daniel telling her to let him go. Henry tells she is a genius since childhood. She had read about such things at a young age, which is impossible for a small girl. Too much curiosity is also harmful to a human being. Mora, Ike, Jerome, Clemence, Ramiro, Tove, Lingy, and Virginia realize they all received a letter that led to them boarding the Kerberos. Mora tells them they are in a simulation orchestrated by her father, but all except Ike distrust her and leave. She tells that Daniel is her husband and Elliot is her son, but she does not remember all this. But no one can believe his words. Lingy tells them that I don't know what is happening, but now I want to get off this ship. Everyone else also agrees with her and goes to find the lifeboat. Mora takes Ike through the shaft in Daniel's room to his memories of their family. Mora and Ike break down a wall and enter a series of portals. Daniel hacks into the simulation, changing code and causing many disruptions. The rest of the survivors escape from the rapidly expanding black substance in the ship, teleporting into each other's backgrounds before ending back on the ship. Mora and Ike run into Sebastian at the asylum. Sebastian uses a device to incapacitate Ike, then take Mora to Henry and hands him the key. Mora asks her dad, I am your daughter, why are you doing this to me? What did you do with my brother? Henry replies, I have not done anything, you are the creator of all these things. Again the time has come to forget everything, and she is injected. Henry uses the key with the tetrahedron, but Daniel has made them useless. The simulation ends. Mora is reunited with Daniel. He also tells her that both of them together have created all this. But Kieran took over the program. Her dad has also stuck in this loop himself. Now everyone had gathered back. Henry is not researching anything here, just waiting for the loop to end. That's why he used to keep an eye on the project, but when the project fails, he has to restart the project. Now you have to wake up and end this loop. Mora is surprised to hear that both of them have created this thing together. Daniel shows her the pyramid and says that the pyramid that our father has is of no use now. I changed its code and now it will open with your ring. Now you have to hurry up and wake up. When you wake up you will remember that code. With this, We will be able to stop all this. Mora asks him, when I wake up there, will you be with me? Daniel gives her the means to leave, telling her he will always be there. Mora takes out her ring and puts it in that tetrahedron. Now Mora comes out of this project and opens her eyes to the reality world. Here she finds herself connected to a machine. She observed that all the people who were present on the ship are also connected to the machine. When Mora looks out of the window, we come to know that she is traveling in the universe. This is where she started her project. The message comes in the computer, and the information about Prometheus' ship is given on it. On a computer terminal, she sees the date is October 19th, 2099, and receives a message from Karen, hello sister, welcome to reality. And with this series gets complete here.